What's up, everybody? It's your boy Izzy Baker. Just letting y'all know that this week's episode, although it is good, it's a little glitchy. All right. And I would rather y'all listen to the audio versions of the episode, which are going to be anywhere you can listen to podcasts. So just bear with us this week and forgive me for the glitches. But at the end of the day, stuff happens and other technical difficulties. So thank y'all for rocking with me this far and continuing to, because I know y'all will. Still a hot fire episode. Tap in. Back again. What's going on, everybody? We're gonna do ASMR today. So be prepared to be sick of me, but in whisper. No, I'm just playing. I couldn't do that. I will start laughing like probably 30 minutes. Not even 30, probably like 3 minutes in. And why am I still whispering? I can stop now. Okay. Okay, so what's going on, everybody? I'm gonna do an ASMR one day podcast. I don't know whether it'll be here or PSA or whatever else God has for me, but we're gonna do that. So feedback. Love it. Love everything that I've been getting. And I love to see that y'all are enjoying all of this and just where we gonna go in the future of this show, because it's a lot going on. And it's the fact of I love being able to do something different, take stuff that's been done in a sense and add my own twist and turns to it. And there's nobody who thinks like me. All right. And there's nobody that thinks like you either. So utilize that. I gotta look in the camera and tell you that. So this week, y'all, it's the summer. We getting closer to the summer. It's hot. In Houston, it's been hot since probably late March, mid March. No, because we had that little cold streak. But it's hot, and everybody want to be outside this summer, and I'm for it. But don't be toxic. Some of y'all will, because that's all y'all know. Which we talk about on PSA. That's some other internal stuff going on. But as always, y'all, I want to give a shout out to Hypeland. All right, I got the old school, the OG Inuyasha Hypeland shirt, and today's kicks of the day is the gray and navy blue and red Samba Dunk. Okay, don't talk about my laces. Somebody, I work at a school, and education, and the kids be like, you don't know how to tie your shoes. Fun fact, I actually don't know how to tie them correctly because I'm putting my daddy on blast. My daddy tried to teach me how to tie my shoes, but my daddy is left-handed and I'm right-handed. So he taught me the left-handed way, and I struggled with learning how, which was big doofus for on his end. Love you, but I gotta say this because I'm old enough now. Big doofus on your end, because I'm right-handed. So why would you teach me the left-handed way? So I am not Charlemagne the God, but my father gets donkey of the day for the day. Okay, and that was pretty toxic. That's a weak transition, but I don't care. We're gonna run it because I'm funny like that. So, okay, y'all. So today we are doing comparing and contrasting and going into two of the most toxic people in the industry, I feel like right now. That is, one is a singer, the other is a rapper. One actually is right up here. But so the first we're doing Brent Faiyaz and Future. All right. So let's start off. Who was Brent Faiyaz? Fun fact, I used to call him Brent Faiyaz. So if I say Brent Faiyaz just in conversation, don't call me stupid in the comments, because I know I'm just being. So Brent Faiyaz, born Christopher Brent Wood, born September 19, 1995, better known as his stage name, Brent Faiyaz, is an American singer from Columbia, Maryland. He's only had one album, but 5 EPs, and is known most for F the World. That's the one where I first heard of him. I mean, maybe I was late to the game. Who is Future? Nadivius Demon Wilburn. That's a name, ain't it? Born November 20th, 1983, better known by his stage name Future, is an American rapper and singer. And known for his mumble-influenced vocal range and prolific output. Future is considered a pioneer of the use of melodies and vocal effects in modern trap music. He's had several mixtapes and albums that still get played even to this day. I think he about to drop something, y'all. I feel it, and I think he about to drop something, but we gonna see. So, as always, both of these artists have a number of toxic hits. That's the thing we're going into today: toxicity, and how we love toxicness. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm gonna pull my TI and we're gonna toxicity. But for the bar breakdown for today, we're gonna do a recap of two of their infamous hits. Brent Faiyaz's Rehab, Winter in Paris, and Future's Throwaway. Now, as somebody who used to be a Future stan, these days I kind of limit what I listen to just because I don't like stuff sitting in my spirit like that. But I can't say somebody that was a Future stan and still, keep up with Future as far as his fits, because Future fly. We got to give him that. Future fly. Brent Faiyaz is fly too. Future fly. And, Future one that created the whole Future hat thing. Remember back in like 2015, 16, 17, when them niggas was wearing them Future hats all the time? He was on that. I never wore them because I ain't like my head for him. But, I'm a hat guy. So I figure, But before we get in that, we have to do the Raise the Bar. So today's Raise the Bar is actually shouting out somebody from Dallas, Texas. He goes by Clutch X, all right? He's an upcoming rapper. He's influenced by many different people, but he definitely keeps it going with his mixtapes and his visuals. And he plays football as well. And he also is a graduate of Texas Southern University. All right? So big shout out to Clutch X, aka Mr. Edwards. And let's get on with the compare and contrast. So first, we got to make some comparisons. So first and foremost, when it comes to these two, they both fly. They both fly. I'll give you that. I said it earlier, but they both fly. Two, they both are, how you say, toxic. One of them sing it. Well, I'll get into that in a minute. They both are toxic. Okay, they both make music that it sound good. You rapping it, you sing your heart out. You got it playing. But it's encouraging you to do some stuff that you probably shouldn't. Whether it's call somebody you shouldn't, whether it's lay up with somebody you shouldn't, whether it's doing some drugs. If you want to do drugs, do your drugs. But I'm just letting you know the long-term effects of these drugs that these artists don't tell you about. So, and then in some cases, in some interviews, they've even revealed they don't do them, but they got you doing them. So that's something you need to think about. They not doing it, but they got you doing it. Think about it. Think about that. And three, with these two, both of them are, I could be basically say they're both black men. We get that. But both of them are people they fangirl off of them. And, you see on like, what is it called? Like social media, how like women make jokes about, oh, here come him, listen to his Future, listening to his Brent Faiyaz. Oh, here he come, and it's like when a dude want to be toxic, it's like he put these two, they'll post their songs on their reels and TikToks. Think about it. You probably didn't realize that. Think about it. All right, so obviously the contrast and how they differ. So Future's a rapper, he's been out longer. Brent Faiyaz is a singer, and he ain't been out as long, but he definitely getting his clout as far as that. Personally, and I could people try to argue with me. I think that Brent Faiyaz's music, Faiyaz, I think his music is a little more intense because Future is intense, but I think Brent Faiyaz is a little more Faiyaz is a little more intense, but he is singing. So it's like you can't tell because his singing so good, so you can't tell. He'll probably tell you to go jump off a cliff or go punch your mom in the face, and you might do it because he's singing so well. You might not even realize it. How else they different? Future has several albums. Brent Faiyaz only got one. So that's something you got to keep in the back of your head too, because Brent, he getting up there. I think he probably gonna have some more, obviously. But imagine if these two did a song. Imagine that. All right. So yeah, I'm going to go through as we move into now bar breakdown. We're gonna start off with Brent Faiyaz. I'm putting the names together. He's newer, so I'm gonna start with him first. And we're probably thinking, why did I choose this song? Well, it's the one I know the best, and I think it has more of an influence. With Future got too many songs that got an influence, so you really could pick a lot. And some people may question why I picked that one, but if you're a Future fan, a Future stan, especially like I used to be, you'll know why I picked this one. Okay, so where was I when I first heard Rehab, Paris, and Winter? So honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was right before COVID, and I had downloaded his album. I'll be honest, I was being like a follower. I seen everybody post them in their story. It was like 2020, and I was doing my after school duty because I was a teacher at the time, and I was doing my after school duty, and I just had let it play, and I heard the intro, and it made me feel like I was running through a forest because I'm real like creative like that. My imagination is very vivid, and so very vivid. It's vivid, or not very vivid. It's vivid, and I just remember like and I got to me. I don't want to go into the lyrics, but yeah, and I think that it was I was okay. This kind of like this, and then when I started listening to the lyrics, I was like but I tend to catch stuff most people don't catch. That's just me. So let's move into the first breakdown. All right. As we know, each breakdown consists of three different parts of the song for the three different artists. The three different parts consist of three different parts of the song that I found the most entertaining or interesting, and we do that for both artists. First part. So I got too many hoes, but they ain't you. You like to put that ish in your nose, but I still love you. Be doing that ish that nobody knows. In the streets, they be thinking you a lady, but at home, you a porn star, I swear to God. Okay. So y'all don't think that was intense? That was the beginning of the song. That is, I could be wrong, and I want y'all to challenge me. That's more intense than anything Future didn't say it, I think. And maybe not, because Future didn't say some stuff, but you start off your song like that, and you still consider the new artist. Future been in the game for a while. I was listening to Future when he was up in St. Louis, having one of his producers was from out there, and he had songs that was club hits in St. Louis when I was like in high school. So, but you still a new artist. And then again, it can be just a sign of the times too. But like, let's break that down. I got too many hoes that ain't you. So he's basically telling the girl like that he like I got hoes, but I like you. But they ain't you, which is a compliment. It's one of those backhanded compliments because what you're saying is you ain't the only one, but I am letting you know like they don't compete to you, but it's still you ain't the only one. Still love you. You be doing the ish that nobody knows. So she live a double life. In the streets they be thinking you a lady. When I first saw that, I was thinking like, think like a lady, act like a man, but that wasn't it. Because at home she's a porn star, so that means her sex is just that great. But and I get the song, but we got to get to the whole porn thing. Y'all got to that porn is destroying y'all minds. And I know we ain't taught that, but it is because it's making you create these unrealistic fantasies that will never be fulfilled. But I get what he's saying. He was just saying it's so good. It make it feel like he's in one of those. But if you see, I got to be that guy. But if you see these videos of people who either came out the porn industry or whatever, they always say it's not how it looks. It's a bunch of editing and it's not. People be thinking it's fun, but they say it's not fun. It's a bunch of editing and stuff. But I'm not hear that on PSA. Let's get to the second breakdown. Lately, I've been thinking about us, about us, about us, about us. Three times. I said three times. You were as real as they come, but you would rather be on them drugs. So little mama, she Coquiana. Okay. Here's the thing, y'all. And it's just deposited into my brain. People, you'd be surprised who's doing the Coquiana. It'd be a lot of people because Jocelyn Hernandez ain't the only one. Because she get a bad rap like she the only one that do it. It's a lot of people that be doing the Coquiana. A lot of people. You'd be surprised. It'd be school teachers. It'd be police officers, people that work at car dealerships. You'd be surprised. It's more common than you think. And what he's saying is that he thinking about. So what I'm assuming he's basically like, I'm gonna drop the hoes and I'm gonna get with you, but she too worried about getting high. Crackhead. Then it says, and I would rather hang with the thugs. Effing with you been draining me out. You know what? You know that. But you blow that well where that throat at. Okay. So he basically saying she draining. Guess she draining in other ways too. But she's draining, and he'd rather hang with with the thugs. And but I guess she has some good, some good necking. This is funny. This is hilarious. And yeah, this is what we singing word for word. Think about it. It says, "You better kiss it before I go." Oh, oh, you MFing porn star. I swear to God, you a MFing porn star. Okay, you better kiss it before I go. Okay, so which one is it, Brent? Like you saying she a crackhead. So now you got a crackhead that's a lady in the street, but a porn star in the bed, and she a crackhead on the low and a porn star. So that's a hell of a mix. Lady in the street, crack porn star in the bed. Where they find that at? Really, that's probably more common than you think. Where he live at in Atlanta? The third breakdown, which is the chorus. If you ain't nasty, don't at me, which is y'all favorite thing y'all put in y'all reels and y'all stories. I've been working all day. I like to run the streets till it's darker and then come home and blow your back out. I hope that's okay. I can't leave you alone, long, not for no 24 hours all day. All right, so as I stated, that's y'all favorite line to say. If you ain't nasty, don't at me. Y'all love that. Y'all love saying that. I just be like, eh, I guess, but y'all, I ain't gonna say that. I can't say that. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. But he said he like to run the streets till it's dark out and come home, blow your back out. So basically, she need to wait to be at home, waiting on him to come home, so that they can, get it cracking. But just wondering, she don't have no life. What she do? She don't do nothing. She just sit at home. Well, she the crack porn star. So the crack porn star sitting at the house waiting on the man to come home because he can't leave her alone because she a lady in the streets. And then the crack porn star. So he said, okay, well, I'm gonna come home to my crack porn star that he dissing, but then still won't. And that's what I don't like. People be straight dissing, bro. Be big boy dissing you, but then be in behind closed doors loving on you. That ain't right. Be stay away from them type of people. Ladies, fellas, do better. Do better than somebody who dissing on you in a song or in public. And then actually one way. But maybe because of her good reputation as the lady that she is. I imagine, and I know this is gonna be a little off, but for some reason, this is just me. I imagine Holiday Heart. I imagine I don't know why I see Holiday Heart. Like, hold on, Holiday. Hold on, Holiday. Hold on, Holiday. we gotta talk about that. Like that's I imagine Holiday Heart, and I don't know why. But could you see that? Like he talking about Holiday Heart? Well, not Ving Rhames Holiday Heart. I'm talking about crackhead Wanda Holiday Heart. But when I say Holiday Heart, I always think of Hold On Holiday. They was like, get on the bike Holiday. And then obviously Nicki Minaj, Hold On Holiday. I don't know. All right, y'all, let's move into Future's breakdown of his infamous song, Throwaway. Now, when I first heard this song, I remember this vividly. I remember it was fall 2014, and I had downloaded on datpiff.com Future's newest mixtape, Monster. And the lock screen was on my old computer for the longest. But here's the plot twist. I had never actually listened to the mixtape when I first. Honestly, I did a run through the mixtape and I thought everything sounded the same. And then I ended up listening to it again. And I'm like, bro, this mixtape got some songs on it. I was what? 20? Yeah, I was like 20 and I'm 27 now. But, you know. And so I was like, this mother got some songs. And so then I never remember hearing Throwaway. And then you know how Throwaway does that, like it start off one way and then it switched to another cadence and another like, make you feel like you on Mars or in space. And that's back when I used to smoke. This is back when I used to do a lot of stuff. I don't smoke. I ain't smoked in years now, but that's back when I used to smoke and I would feel like I was in a spaceship. And you know the part of the song I'm talking about, but we're going to get into that. So let's go over to the first part, which is the beginning of the song. We gonna drink, girl. We gonna drink like it's Cinco de Mayo. I'm trying to sing it this hoe. I won't ever tell you anything your heart desires. Toxic. It's gonna be okay, okay, girl. It's gonna be okay. I don't want no confrontation. It's too complicated. Pour my lean for me, baby. You a hottie thotty. I'm gonna F you in Atlanta like we on the island. Okay, so even with that, so he basically saying like it's gonna feel like we, on vacation, maybe like they on the balcony. That's people's fetish for some reason, doing it on the balcony. Maybe that's what he's saying. I'm still stuck on the whole I won't ever tell you anything your heart desires. So he's not gonna tell her anything she wants to hear. Okay, I guess, keep him humble. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Future. You think he keeping him humble? Is that what we doing? Maybe. I don't know. I can't lose my concentration, girl. I ain't going no dates. I can't go. If we have a conversation, we got to F today. So, ladies, if you see Future, don't talk to him because y'all gonna have to. He gonna have to get it cracking with Future. You talk to him. Some of y'all probably want that, but if you don't, flee the scene. I ain't disrespectful. Never. I ain't disrespectful. Got a black girl and a white one. Call him salt and pepper. See now how I'm not disrespectful. Now we don't get it twisted. This song still go hard, but I'm just saying how you just say I'm not disrespectful, but then say I got a white girl and a black girl, call them salt and pepper. I caught one of them a Beamer and one of them a compressor. I told her I would call her back and I forgot to text her. There was some bars there, but come on now. I told her I would call her back, and I forgot to text her. So not only did you not call her back, you ain't even text her. You ain't think none of them. Wow. Let's move to the second breakdown. I ain't worried about no effing. I ain't worried about no effing. Does sexing on the late night mean that much to you? My love don't mean that much to you. This is the second breakdown where it go into space, and it's like, and it's like the stars, and I felt myself floating through the sky. It said, effing these hoes mean too damn much to you. I just hope when you effing on that nigga, when you finish, he can say that he love you. Now, do you feel better about yourself? Do you feel better by yourself? Do you feel better when I left? Now, we know he's talking about Sierra, who's still in a thriving relationship, and this song was made in 2014, and it's 2022. I don't think Future getting Sierra back. I don't think she'd go back at this point. But it's just interesting to see, like, he basically, like, he went from the first part of the song being all hard, like, which most dudes do, like, yeah, I don't care about that, rah, 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 Mr. Poppins. And then now the second half, you over here crying. Now you sitting up here crying, Future. Let's continue. Mark my words, I'm bald without you. I came home last night to a menage. Got my sucked and I was thinking about you. I was effing on a slut and I was thinking about you. When you effing on that nigga, hope you thinking about me. When you laying with that nigga, hope you thinking about me. Cause I'm thinking about you. It's a bunch of contradictions here. He goes in and saying he act like he don't care. It's literally how dudes be, how niggas be for real. Like we act like we don't care, but then I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And then you're crying on the inside. And this was the time when I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people used to be thinking Future was gonna die because it was one of those, he was crying in all these songs. And then, he was talking about the drugs he was doing. He was hurt. Sierra, you heard him. You heard him. I'm sure she knows that. But you heard him. You did, because he making songs like this. But unfortunately, the best, and this is with anybody, this is across the board. That's another theme or motive of the episode. The best for creative, the best Bodies of work come from pain. Look at Mary J. Blige. Play No More Drama when you're going through it. Bet you start crying. All right, let's get to the last part, which is the chorus. It's gonna be okay, oh girl. It's gonna be okay. Real hard nigga, we don't play, but you gonna be okay. I don't want no relations. I just want your facial. So obviously, I'm assuming some similar to Brent, some necking, some neck. I don't pour some alcohol and drink it, baby. Go and taste it. Pour some alcohol and drink it, baby. Go and taste it. I don't want no relations. I just want your facial. Girl, you know you like a pistol, you a throwaway. Okay, so again, we talking about the whole that thing, the neck, the pour some alcohol, which I think this generation is quick to do. And alcoholism has always been something that's been popular in the world. It's never new. It's never been nothing new. But everyone wants to go get their drink and drink their pain away. And unfortunately, drinking helps for a second, but it don't fulfill you in the long run. And we could be here all day talking about what won't fill you in the long run, but drinking won't. And I mean, I get it's a good release and it helps in the moment, but sex helps in the moment. All these things help in the moment. But, and I think if we compare and contrast both of these songs now, obviously they're both toxic. One is talking about him and crackhead Wanda from Holiday Heart, which I imagine. Brent Faiyaz, don't sue me, don't troll me. I'm just saying, like, that's what I imagine. You talking about hold on holiday, and so he talking about the crackhead porn star that's a lady in the street, and now Future talking about his girl who was everything, but he messed up. But he's dissing her and telling her he loved her at the same time, which is what Brent Faiyaz was doing, dissing, but telling them they love him at the same time and they can't leave him alone. But Brent still got the woman. Future don't. So. All right, so now let's move into sidebar. So now when we think about this, we think about artists using their pain to write music, and that's always, I don't say it's good, but it's like it just shows that as I stated, the best creative works come from pain. But I think that who can we think of that is the most toxic person? Toxic artists. A lot of people are toxic. A lot of these songs are toxic. I think about Summer Walker. She's very toxic. Her music is very toxic as far as like stuff she be saying. And, sometimes these artists be crying in these songs for help and y'all singing along to their pain. And it's like, they like, help me. I need help. And you're singing along like, yeah, ooh, I'm going to do some drugs. I'm going to OD in my bathroom. They not explicitly saying that. That's what they saying. So with that, again, who is the most toxic artist out? That's my question for the week. Who do you think is the most toxic artist out? Let me do this. This is the question. Who is the most toxic artist out that you enjoy? Where you shouldn't be listening to this, and you shouldn't be jamming it like you jamming it, but you like And let's also end up with the hashtag for the week. We do it every week. Who do you like more? Who you rocking with? So who would you, if you had to pick, would you go with Future? Would you go with Brent Faiyaz? And why? Why? All right, y'all. So we're closing off with this week. I just want, obviously, the theme for this episode is toxicity and stunting like your daddy. Because I really did like I say stunting like your daddy. I'm not saying your daddy stunting, but we stunting like your daddy because both these men, these gentlemen, are stunting in these songs. They stunting on these women, but then out here, either sad and in love with them, but then stunting like, so they both some stunners in their own way. So my message for this episode is don't be stunting like your daddy. It's not okay to stunt because somebody know the real you. And these women know the real them. And really, we know the real them too because we listen to the music and if we listen to this breakdown. All right. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me on this new platform. Keep it up. Keep streaming. Keep talking to me. Keep DMing me. We love to see it. All right. As always, no matter how many bars we got, We're gonna keep climbing them. Peace.